Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks. Little just playing around tonight, and I kind of came up with this, and it's pretty cool. Almost like it's 3D, really easy to draw. Uh, it's almost a tessellation. So we're going to start off with a square. We're going to go to Object and convert it to a curve. We're going to grab it with the Shape tool and grab the whole thing and add nodes. Now we're going to select it all and we're going to right click to turn them into a curve. Now this thing is, we're going to make it 2 inches. I'm not going to make it as dramatic as the first one maybe, but I'm going to set my nudge factor my nudge factor on 0.25. I'm going to grab the top and I'm going to go up. I'm going to grab the bottom and I'm going to go down. I'm going to do the inside both the same direction toward each other. Now what's cool about this shape, and because we've nudged it and we've nudged the sections, it's identical. They'll fit on each other. So this thing is 2 inches wide. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 2 inches. I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and move it over. And then I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. And you can see it's a perfect match. And then all you have to do is just keep doing the same thing. So it's kind of a tessellation in a way, which is pretty cool in itself. But let's fix this up before we do anything. Let's make this something thicker than a hairline, like 1 point. And then Control D and make a duplicate, holding down the Shift key so it'll grow from the center. And we're going to make this, let's make it green this time. And select the whole thing and go to Effects and Contour no, I'm sorry, not contour, blend. Go to Effects and blend. We're going to blend. I must have 2 copies. Yep. Whenever you can't blend, there's a reason. I'm going to select it. I've got 3 objects selected. There's only 1 of those, but there's 2 of those. So whenever you can't blend it, there's a reason. I'm going to blend it. That's not the best color, but we can deal with it. And we can leave this open, or we can fill it in. You can take the Smart Fill tool and fill it in. But we're going to leave it open because we're going to do something with it. Now, I don't have to do anything to it because it'll stay together. I'm going to hit Control D, and I am going to, a lot of times you have trouble rotating. We might have to break the blend apart. Break the blend apart and then group it together. There's our rotation. And I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. I evidently didn't make a duplicate. Control D, rotate it 90 degrees, and nudge it over that 2 inches and they fit perfectly. Now you don't have to do anything more, plus key and nudge it twice. And then you can keep hitting your duplicate key as long as many times you want. Let's add a few, and let's take it all and reduce it in size. Now, the next step you could figure out mathematically, but it's so easy. I'm gonna group this together, Control G, and then I'm gonna Control D, and I'm gonna take that center part, and I'm gonna have it snap to that other center part. Now I can Control D again and keep going. And you really want a square, so you could actually back up here. And when you do that, you could Control D to make a duplicate. And then you could move over, the other direction. I actually went too far, didn't I? Let's put it like right there. Now to get rid of the others, to make a square, just grab it all, go to Object, Group, and Ungroup. And then let's get rid of these other ones. Let's make a square. I should really add another one there, and I can take this one and just move it up here. If you grab it from the 4-point cross right there on that node, it'll snap right to it. Well, easier said than done. Good enough, I would do it a different way. Now let's just go ahead and just make it a square. So we'll just delete these other ones. And like I was saying, you could have left the inside. So I'm gonna Control G to group it and hit P. Put it in the center of the page. I'm gonna double click on the Shift tool, put a rectangle around it, and then I'm gonna nudge the rectangle up just so I can see it. And I'm gonna make the rectangle, let's make it green. Go up to Object, Order, back a page, and then when we nudge it down, you've got a green box, you've got green fill. So that's why I didn't have to fill that in. It really, if you played around with it enough, it's kind of psychedelic or 3D looking. Anyway, just a little good practice video. Now this one I filled it in with red. I don't think it's quite as cool, but I made the background. That's pretty cool. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.